Hey guys, good morning. It is March 20th, 2022, and today we are in chapter 20, verse 11 through chapter 20, verse 13. And we're gonna see Abraham's response to what the king has been saying to him. And I want to break that down for us. So, starting in verse 11, Abraham replied, I thought this was a godless place. They will want my wife and will kill me to get her. And she really is my sister, for we both have the same father but different mothers. And I married her. When God called me to leave my father's home and to travel from place to place, I told her, do me a favor. Wherever we go, tell the people that you are my sister. Tell the people that I am your brother. Okay, so there's a couple of things here. And the first thing is that Abraham tells the king, well, I thought you didn't care what God said. I thought this was a godless place. A place where whatever you want to do, you do. And that's assuming something. That's looking at a person or a circumstance or whatever it is. And that's saying, oh, well, I know you. I know what you do. I know how you are, even if you don't know the person. And the thing is that we need to be able to not assume, not to look at a person who's in a circumstance or in a culture or whatever the case may be and say, oh, well, you are godless. You do this. And we tell them what they are going through. And we can't do that. As Christians, we need to hear their story. As well as, we need to tell them the truth. And we need to tell them the truth about God. But we need to recognize that they're in a place. They're in a situation. They're in whatever they're in. And we need to be able to open-heartedly listen and hear. And not assume and not judge without even knowing the situation. And that's what Abraham is doing here, is he prejudged this situation, and he was wrong. He was wrong because the king did listen to God. The second thing in this is telling a half-truth. We all kind of do it sometimes, where it's kind of the truth, but kind of not the truth, all at the same time. So Abraham says, no, but she really is my sister. We have the same father, which I want to point out, things back then are a lot different than things now. So when we hear she is my sister, we kind of sit there and we're like, what is this? Why is this a thing? I don't know the exact details, but I do know that back then, family lines, family bloodlines, those were important. And so sometimes they did this. But the main point of this is not that they are related. But the main point is that Abraham is kind of sort of stretching the truth here. Telling a half-truth. And he's saying, yes, she is my sister. And that is true. But I left out the part that she's also my wife. So he told kind of the truth, but he left out a big piece of information. Because, and here's the other thing, because he didn't want to be killed. And that's what he assumed would happen. So when we do this, when we kind of leave out half of the truth, if we say, oh, well, this happened, and that could be true, but we don't say the other part, people get the wrong idea. So The king thought, oh, that's just his sister, so I'm going to call for her. What he didn't realize and what he wasn't told was that she is also Abraham's wife. Sarah is Abraham's wife also, and so he didn't have that piece of information. We need to tell the whole truth, and that's hard to do sometimes. But we need to realize we can't talk about God without telling the whole truth. So here's my question for you guys. Where is it that you're assuming something about someone else? Where is it that you're saying, well, I know the situation, when you have not been told the situation? And where can you work on God in those judgment moments to be able to say, I need to hear this person so that I can understand where they are. And so, like Jesus meets us where we are, we can meet others where they are. And where is it that you might be telling a half-truth? Now, this is a very convicting video, and I know that. But where is it that you are telling a half-truth? You know, you're telling one part, but you're not telling all of it. So, I really hope that you see God in everything you do. And I hope you see Jesus in everything you do. And I hope you see God's promise all around you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.